Is Baldur's Gate 3 worth $60? Short answer, absolutely. It is an amazing game and you should buy it without a second thought. But I'm the guy that makes videos about BG3, so let's look into some of my reasons so that you can draw your own conclusions. Now, we can't really evaluate the game without looking at some of the decisions that Larian Studio made when developing it. To begin with, you pay $60 and that's it. You get everything. It sounds so obvious, but nowadays microtransactions are everywhere, making the approach from Larian far from common after all. A lot of games are labeled as a live service, continuously asking for more money at the promise of ongoing updates. How many projects actually pull that off at a high quality though? So it is incredibly satisfying to buy a game knowing that you can enjoy a feature and content complete experience. On top of that, you can play Baldur's Gate 3 offline, as long as you don't want to participate in multiplayer modes or online events. This too is far from standard today. Being online has become mandatory in so many games, regardless of single player or multiplayer focus. There are many decisions that show that Larian Studios just wants to provide a great game that players enjoy. No shenanigans on the side. Now obviously, the company still wants to make money, but they are doing exactly that as well. More than 2.5 million copies sold at full price during early access clearly show that money can be made with a more traditional approach. At $60 per copy, this already makes $150 million. And don't forget, this was before the full release and the hype that now is bringing in heaps of new players. The game very much speaks for itself as well though. 17,000 endings means an exceptional amount of player choice. There always seems to be more than one option to a particular problem. This basically comes with two major benefits. First, you have a ton of player agency in the game. If you combine that with the massive amount of content overall, you easily get 100 hours of fun from just a single playthrough. The cost per hour is tiny here, especially if you compare that to other activities you otherwise might have spent your time and money on. But that's not all. Because of the incredible freedom in the game, Baldur's Gate 3 offers a lot of replayability. Just going for a good and an evil playthrough could easily mean more than 200 hours of quality gaming. And there are so many nuances in between. That is a major difference to many other AAA companies that charge you similar or even higher prices for a fraction of the playtime. The game is also released in a very high quality. I have played about 40 hours of the release version at the time of this recording, and I have yet to encounter any major bugs. A few minor things, yes, but nothing concerning for a game with this complexity. Now obviously 3 years in early access allow for a lot of polishing, but it isn't something we can take for granted unfortunately either. Cyberpunk 2077 was one of the most anticipated games ever at its release in December 2020, and it still came out in a completely unpolished state. And this was despite years of development by CD Projekt Red, the studio behind the amazing Witcher games. So as much as we'd like to take a quality game for granted, the fact that Larian Studios pulled it off at this scale is certainly exceptional in today's industry. As you start playing, you meet an interesting and diverse roster of NPCs and possible companions. Many of them with an incredibly enticing backstory that keeps me wanting to learn more. And if you don't want to believe me, then listen to all the other fans out there already. With 95% positive reviews on Steam, the game is a celebrated success by many. And that fanbase is far from small. Baldur's Gate 3 already reached more than 800,000 concurrent users. With rank number 9, this puts it into the top 10 of the all-time rankings on Steam. Who knows what other achievements might follow from here. So get out your credit card, and I'll see you in Baldur's Gate 3.